Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Okay, you've always been there. I'm the one coming back, and I'm bringing you sights from Quartzsite. We are out on Plomosa Rd, which is about 11 miles north of town right here. And this is a World War II, what would you call this? Site, anyway. On the ground here is spelled the word Quartzsite. This was for the women who were flying the planes from the factory down here to the guys that needed to have the airplanes. And this is how they knew where the heck they were going. Originally, all these letters were painted silver. You can still see a little bit of silvery on them to make them real shiny and real easy to spot. And they're huge, huge, huge letters. I mean, it took me forever to walk this, which is why I'm speeding it up. Apologize for the bouncy, but otherwise it would take forever. And that's how they knew where to go. They just find Quartzsite, follow the arrow, and boom, town is right up that way. Then some years later, when commercial air traffic and airliners came along, they put north on the ground, facing the other way for the airline pilots, so that they could know which the heck way was north. It just so happens to be that way. See, big N, there's an arrow. So that's kind of some history out here in the desert from the World War II and more recent era. So this is how pilots got along before they had all that fancy stuff. Okay, I'm not sure what this little dude's all about. He was up at the end of the arrow. Was he a parachuter whose parachute broke, or is he just laying there flashing everybody, waving everybody? We're not sure. But, yeah, strange little dude came later in all this. So, just a smidge down the road, wait a minute. I am still over at the letters. That's right. We were all over the place today, and I'm having to do a voiceover here because the wind was horrendous and I couldn't get any decent audio. So we are looking at the ocotillos. Beautiful, beautiful condition of these plants. Usually they're kind of scruffy and straggly, but these are gorgeous, just in full leafing and soon to bloom and have red all over them on the tips. And right next to it is this little cactus dude here. He's got little blossoms. Okay, they're not pretty little blossoms, but they're still, for him, probably a very nice little blossom. So spring is sprunging out here all over the place. It's pretty cool seeing everything coming to life. Leaves that weren't there before, beautiful, vibrant greens that weren't there before. And what do we got over here? It's, I think that might be a creosote bush. Don't quote me. I was hoping for little bitty flowers on that because they have pretty little yellow, if I remember correctly. Yellow or white. But you zoom in and you can see there are little buds on there. So they will be opening up. They're just not quite there yet. So this thing will be blooming like crazy. And here is just kind of the overall view from the letters. Looking out across the desert, and Quartzsite is off in that direction. But you go down the road a piece, and this is where I've spent most of January. Some friends from the RTR last year, I hooked up with them again this year. This is where they were camped. But what's different this time as opposed to last month, all this grass. I mean, it's a lawn out here. It looks like a freaking golf course in places. It's just so green and beautiful. It really, really changes the flavor of the desert when you get a few good rains and some sunny days and everything comes to life. Like this little cholla bush. I am way the heck back from the cholla bush. Probably further than I need to be, but these things will throw their nasty little spiky things. They will launch them at you. There's a whole bunch on the hillside back there. You do not want to go wandering through those things. Trust me. I mean, not that I've had personal experience, because I've been warned. But they do. They throw them a surprisingly long way. I mean, okay, let's go to the base of this thing and check it out. If you look off to the right, there's like 15 or 20 feet of these little bits of cholla all over the ground. I mean, some of them might have been washed that way by a pretty decent rain and, water flowing by. That's how they procreate. But they do throw themselves. And then we got this pea in the desert. I don't know if this is where you're supposed to park or pee. We couldn't figure that one out. Now this, when you're out in the desert and you're walking, the one thing you gotta do is look down, because you don't want to trip and fall and hurt yourself, because there's rocks everywhere. But the cool thing about rocks everywhere, there's really cool rocks everywhere. And this is just a pile that was over by the campsite, and we had no clue they were there. But look at some of the pretties we pulled out of that. I don't even know what that is, but it's green and it's gorgeous. This thing, oh, that's cool. I mean, look at all the crystallization in that thing. That is an awesome, awesome piece of rock. You find so much of that out here. Ooh, what's next? Oh, hey, then I took her over to Bouse. I was out, hanging with Margie. And this place, the cemetery, it's old. It's been around for a very long time. It's still in use. The most recent was 2022, buried in there. Lots of different little things on the graves to make them distinctive. I'm kind of zipping through here quickly because it's a large place. So I got this on fast mo. But all the graves have rocks piled on them, a lot like they do in England, so that grave robbers and critters can't get to the bodies. That makes sense. This must have been one fancy lady of town, because hers is the only one that's gated off, and I don't know what that structure was. But some of them are just covered by the most magnificent rocks. There is so much going on with these. It's absolutely nuts. And this one, it's covered with silver. Probably not real silver, otherwise it would have been stolen long ago. But everything there has just, you can't see it so great here, but it's really shiny silver. And just the variety of rocks so that everybody's place looks different. There's the size of it. It's pretty decent sized. Not a huge town, but they utilized this thing pretty well. One of the surprises was there was turquoise all over the place. I thought they were painted rocks. Nope, it's turquoise. They're gorgeous and blue. So, there. Hey, good evening. Just thought I'd wrap this up properly, because I didn't do a real, all my usual stuff. But I just wanted to let you know, just got home, went out this evening with my neighbor Janet and my friend Margie. We went to the yacht club. Yes, there's a yacht club in this town. They have a yacht parked out back and a sailboat out front. There's no water, no slips, no nothing like that, but it's a yacht club with memberships, all that. And tonight was tie-dye party night, so we thought, hey, let's go check that out. Oh, boy, let's just say the house band needs a little more practice, and yeah, maybe a singing lesson or two, I don't know. But we stuck it out. Margie insisted, hey. 4 hours. Yeah. But she likes to people watch, and eventually they get drunk and they start dancing, and yeah, that was her entertainment, is just watching folks. So, yeah. But at least I can say we've been to the yacht club. Who knew they had one in Quartzsite? I mean, seriously. But I am going to wrap this up properly and get this online for you. So, all y'all, you know the routine. No normal, no behaving. Don't be like everybody else. Go out there and be your bestest you that you can possibly be, because, like, there's no better you out there than you are. So, work that shit. I mean it. Get out there. Be weird. Be fabulous. Have fun. That's what counts. Have some fun. And now I'm going to go get to work and catch you kids down the road. Shutterbug out.